Hi, in this video, we are going to discuss about the storage account which we created in the last session. So we will go with the storage accounts. So this is the storage account we have created. So I'm going inside. So in this storage account, okay, so we are able to see blob storage, a file service, queue service, table service. In blob storage, go inside. We will create a new container. We will create, say, uh, data new or new data. Okay, I'm just going create. So in new data, okay, first we will upload one sample object and we will try to access. I will go and say upload it. So the upload is done. Okay, go here inside this. First we will access the direct this URL. First we will see what is the URL. See, HTTPS my storage account name, okay, and then new data, my inside blob container name, and then the object name. So if I access, so it is not allowing. Why? Because we by default we created with restriction only. So, but my purpose is I want to access it from outside. So you need to generate the token. So while generating the token, okay, you can set the privilege also. Suppose you want to expose the data only between morning, say to afternoon, particular time. So you can mention it, the duration also. So once you mentioned, automatically what will happen is you will have the generate SAS token URL come down. So you will have the URL now generated. So you copy this URL. This URL will have all this flexibility, say starting this time to ending this time with the authentication key. So if you paste it and say access, see, now you are able to access the data image, what you have it in your blob storage. You can, you remember during the storage accounts, we also had an option, which network we need to restrict it. So this object also can be restricted in particular location point of view. So all those things we can customize it. But in general, how we can create the storage accounts, and in storage account, there is a LRS, locally redundant storage, zone redundant storage, geography redundant storage, and read-only storage across geography within zone also. So this blob storage is act normally as a object storage. You can expose the data, but with your control. And you can go here, suppose from the bucket level, you can have the control. You can go here, say access keys. So please be backup on all the access keys. So here you have a key 1 and key 2. Suppose if the key 1 is compromised, quickly you can use this key 2 to recover it. So these keys are entire your the account level. So using this, you can control inside all containers, blob storage, file storage, even queues, tables. Okay, come down, even go for a networking. So as I said, still you can able to append your decision. If you want to have your storage account to be restricted from particular one, you can still go with it. And even you can add firewall. If you want to allow some particular one, IP address, you can select this and give the relevant CADR, network range or IP address. And I'm going in again the storage account. I'm going for the file service. I'm going for the file share. See, in this, the maximum data can be stored in 5 terabyte. So you can create a new file share, say a Linux data, and you can set the quota if you want. If or by default, it will go with the maximum 5 terabyte, and go with the heart. Always you can have accessible. So click this. Okay, connect. So the moment you say connect, automatically it will give you the command. So you can use this PowerShell, or Linux means you need to install a couple of packages, which we'll see during the Azure copy session. Okay, and you can directly mount this. You need to understand the difference between the blob and file. File is directly you can mount it with your server. So you need to differentiate the purpose. So when you are going to use the blob, when you are going to use the file share, okay, and queues. So in Azure, there is a very straightforward. You can create a queue name, say test data. So you can use this queue for your transaction based load. So you can add the messages. So you can use this queue from your application perspective. Okay, and tables directly you can use your storage accounts. You can create a test data table. You go here, access policy. You can again generate your access policy and connect it from there. Your client-based applications or your direct third-party applications. You can use this directly to store the tables. So that's all from this session. We will continue to explore more services in further sessions.